While driving down a snow-covered road, I was surprised by a little dog that suddenly appeared in front of my car. I immediately hit the brakes and stopped, my heart racing at the sudden appearance of the small animal. The dog, shivering from the cold, approached my car with a nervous look and a shy wagging tail. At first, he seemed unsure of me and soon fled to the safety of a nearby bush. I thought he was gone for good, but a minute later he reappeared, more confident, and came straight to my car, as if he knew I was there to help him. He started licking my hand through the open window, his eyes pleading for help. I realized that the poor puppy had been abandoned in the middle of nowhere. With no one around to help him, he found his only hope of survival in me. I couldn't leave him alone in the cold and snow, without food or shelter. I got out of the car and called him. He came to me, hungry, cold, and clearly scared. I took him in my arms and he snuggled against me, seeking warmth and comfort. His skin was dirty and wet, and he was shaking incessantly. I decided to take him with me and find him a safe, loving home. I turned the car heater on high, trying to warm it up as I drove to the nearest animal shelter. During the drive, he settled into the passenger seat, his eyes closed from exhaustion, but his body relaxed for the first time in days, maybe weeks. Upon arriving at the shelter, I was greeted by attentive staff who were surprised to see a puppy in such cold conditions. They quickly took him in, offering him a warm bed, food, and water. Shelter staff examined the dog and found him to be in good health, except for some minor injuries and signs of malnutrition. They named him Max and immediately began treatment for his injuries and to regain his weight. In the days that followed, I visited Max whenever I could. It was incredible to see his transformation. Every time I saw him, he seemed stronger and happier. The shelter staff did a wonderful job taking care of him, and Max quickly became everyone's favorite. He received all the necessary vaccines and started playing with other puppies at the shelter, proving to be a sweet and playful animal. After a month of intensive treatment and lots of love, Max was ready to be adopted. Word spread quickly, and soon a loving family came to the shelter looking for a new furry addition to their home. When they saw Max, it was love at first sight. They filled out all the paperwork, and within a few days Max was taken to his new home. The shelter staff and I were thrilled to see Max leave with his new family. They promised to keep him warm, fed, and loved, ensuring he would never again experience the horrors of abandonment. I was relieved and happy, knowing that Max would have a life full of love and care. This story not only highlights the importance of compassion and care for animals, but also shows how a small act of kindness can transform lives. Let's all get inspired and take action to help animals in need whenever we can. They deserve our love and protection.